If I told you that the Romans, one of the longest ruling civilizations in world history, used an unbelievable, and by today's standards, extremely disgusting technique to whiten their teeth, what would you think? It's a method that makes you feel uncomfortable even just imagining it. Yet scientifically, it actually worked. In ancient Rome, having bright and healthy teeth had become almost an obsession for nearly everyone. The feeling of showing off those sparkling teeth when you smiled boosted their self-confidence. Moreover, having snow-white teeth was a symbol of wealth and status. Rome's leading poets wrote poems about it, and Rome's noble and aristocratic women did not hesitate to spend their fortunes.
But there was a problem. In ancient Rome, there was no toothpaste like the one we squeeze onto our toothbrushes today, no dental floss to clean between teeth, and no dentists on every corner that we could visit at the slightest pain. So what did the people of ancient Rome do? They used urine. Human urine. Sometimes animal urine. Freshly collected, or better yet, left to age for maximum effect. If you had lived in those times, would you have used urine for the whiteness of your teeth? I probably couldn't have. Just think about it. I couldn't even stand the smell, let alone put it in my mouth. It sounds terrible when you think about it, but believe it or not, it was scientifically very logical.
The urea in urine, when left to stand, breaks down and begins to produce ammonia. This ammonia is the very same ammonia used as a cleaning agent in homes today and has strong bleaching properties. The Romans didn't know about ammonia. It wasn't in their educational books, but they discovered a simple thing. No matter what, urine whitened teeth. And in ancient Rome, if something worked, it was used without question. They used it as a mouthwash. They swished it around in their mouths. They ground pumice stone, seashells, or ash into powder to make their own toothpaste and brushed their teeth with this paste in the mornings and evenings. Over time, this situation became even more interesting. Urine became so valuable in ancient Rome that a major industry emerged around urine collection. Yes, you heard right. A real profession called urine collection was born. At many street corners, large clay pots were placed to collect the urine of willing people. This industry grew so much that it wasn't limited to teeth whitening. It was also used for washing clothes, bleaching wool, and tanning leather. The Roman textile industry operated almost entirely on urine. This became so important for the Roman economy that Emperor Vespasian even imposed a tax called the vectigal urinae on the urine collected from public toilets. When his son Titus said that taxing urine was unbecoming of the empire's honor, Vespasian is said to have held a coin to his son's nose and asked, "Does it smell?" And if you think it can't get any crazier, you're wrong. Not all urine was the same. The Romans believed that the best and most effective urine for teeth whitening came from Portugal. Portuguese urine was considered the strongest in the world. It was imported, expensive, and highly sought after. Yes, ancient Romans had a big market for imported urine, for their teeth. If you were Portuguese back then, you were lucky. This part is what makes this story not just disgusting, but truly fascinating. The Romans were right. Modern science confirms that the ammonia in urine is an effective bleaching agent. The same chemical principle is still used in today's teeth whitening products, only in a much more refined and less horrifying way. In fact, urine-based toothpastes and mouthwashes were not abandoned until the 1700s when chemical alternatives emerged. This method continued for almost 2,000 years, not because people were ignorant, but because it really worked. So the next time you squeeze toothpaste onto your toothbrush in the morning, take a moment to appreciate how far we've come. The Romans built aqueducts, roads, legal systems, and architectural wonders that still stand today. By any measure, they were a magnificent civilization. They also gargled with stale urine before breakfast. And honestly, it gave much better results than you might imagine. If you were to walk around in clothes washed with urine, interact with people, and have conversations with teeth brushed with urine. Think about it, especially when you're with your lover. How would that feel? Write your thoughts in the comments. If history is this strange, imagine what else we have in store for you. Subscribe to enHistory